safekidsnow.com, and today my guest is Paula Pringle. Now, many of us have heard about violence, youth violence, and Paula not only lost one son, but she lost two sons to violence. She has an inspirational story to tell you. So here is Paula Pringle.
We're fortunate once again to have a wonderful community member that is changing lives, Paula Pringle. Paula is working with Save the Little Children. She's a magnificent woman, dedicated, and really deserves to be recognized. We have with Paula today, Stephanie has been known as a community leader for many years, even in communities where she does not reside. Stephanie Mann, Executive Director of Safe Kids Now. And I am the voice behind the camera. Stephanie is going to lead this interview. Thank you, Stephanie.
I'm truly delighted to be here with an amazing lady that has been working very hard in her community. She's also been a victim. She is striving to improve the city of Oakland, California. Did you grow up in Oakland?
Well, I actually was born and raised in Hayward, the rural part of Hayward. And I moved here in Oakland when I was 12 years old, so about 1963.
How did you get started in the organization Save the Little Children?
My son was killed in July 12, 2001. And in 2003, I don't elaborate so much on my second son. I lost two kids in less than 2 years. And
now, are we talking about violence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, most definitely. Not finished being dealing with the grief of the first son, and with the second son, and then with so many murders after that, in 2001 on to now, just in my immediate family, in our communities and that such. So when Little Hiram, and let's go up to 2011, Little Hiram was killed. Little Hiram wasn't quite two. He was killed in West Oakland in 2011. And right after him, well, he actually died in 2011. He was shot with his mom and dad while they was doing a video. And right after that, we had Carlito. And I really want to turn that around because it was Carlito, Novel, they got killed first, then Little Hiram, then right after that, Gabriel. And these kids Gabriel was 5, and Carlito was 5. And that was like August to December, this happened in 2011. And it was on a Saturday when I was getting the gust of everything, trying to figure out, I mean, come on now, I mean, what's going on here? I mean, why our little children? You know, so it's like cowards, just senseless, murdering cowards. Don't have any guidance, nothing, not properly raised. But that's actually how I got started, Stephanie.
Okay.
With that planted a seed in me to go, and that was 2011. So I started reaching out to different people. I reached out to our city officials, our mayor, and I went through so much red tape just to get to her. But I found out a lot of names, and people wasn't listening because I thought I had to go through this. So I said, well, you know what? There's another way. So I reached out to my community. I reached out, and in this community, I met you. I met Reverend Jones. I met Brenda Grisham. And those are the main factors, and quite a lot of other people. But they were doing what they've been doing what I'm trying to do. So I got little leads and little tidbits of information here and there. But then I went on Facebook because everybody's on Facebook. So I went on the social media and reaching out. You know, people were getting killed, children getting killed. And when I say save all the children, I mean everybody from 2 to 92 is somebody's child. So it doesn't center right there. This murder's got out of hand. So I just pressed in and pressed in and pressed in. Well, I did do visuals. I did have prayer visuals. I did have walks. I could think of anything I could do. I did it. But you know, Stephanie, I would actually get sometimes 10 people. But I'd actually have about 500 saying they're going to be there. I reached out to the media, but they was always there. It was always there for the story. And I thought with dealing with the media, that would bring other people saying, okay, this is something serious, and this young lady is really trying to do something, so let's go help her. Because it's not an I in team. I was looking for a team, and I'm still looking for a team to stop the violence. Yes, I tried to tear down the city official doors to get someone to help me, because I thought that would be the right way to go. You know, since they're running the city, I want to let them know I'm here to help. Whatever you need, I want to know what's going on, how we can stop the violence. What can we do? Because I don't know what can we do. I don't want to go out there and by myself and try to save the world.
Okay, tell me what kind of reaction you got from the city officials.
Being proper, making phone calls out, just going, kicking down the doors. I just said, not really saying kicking down the doors, but on the phones, I was going through different people, and I'm like, okay, can you get this message to Mayor Pond? Can you get this message to anyone that will help me help you? I'll call you back. I will tell you this. When we went to one of our ceasefire events, where I met you at in the Warrior Park, you had mentioned to me, Stephanie, had I met Mayor Pond? I said, no, I haven't. And when she passed by me, she said, oh, I know who you are. So some kind of way my name got through there, because I was on that phone daily like that. I'm here to ask and begging people for help. About a month and a half ago, on my page, I have a page to Save Our Little Children, where I post different things of what's going to be going on, what are we going to be doing, can I get some help, can we meet here, that type of thing, for prayer vigils, for marches, for vigils, and going where people were killed, and taking back our community. I would get all these people to say they're going to meet me there. People's kids right here in our own backyard, kids, I mean from 2 to 18, literally getting shot and killed for no reason at all, just because they're minding their own business, walking down the street, and these cowards are passing by and just shooting because they're too scared to walk up to their target. But then let's go back a little bit. My 2 sons are dead. A lot of people, kids, are essentially been killed. Let's focus on the people that's doing the killing. Let's find out why they're doing the killing. Okay, we have a lot of gangs, but you know what? A lot of gang members are getting the credit for these killings, and I don't personally believe it's a lot of gang members. I believe it's just a bunch of simple kids out there that haven't had the proper raising, do not have jobs, do not have schooling, and they don't know they can go to school and get paid for going to school and get an education, and they don't have to leave the community like a lot of people get their little money and get up and move out of the community. No, we stay here and build on the community. I'm trying to figure out how we can get to the murder. I really don't think they wake up in the morning and say, oh, I want to go kill a bunch of people. I just don't think that's all.
Okay, you don't think it's the gang? You think it's
I don't think it's all the gang. Okay. I mean, as soon as you see someone on TV, we think it's gang related. Come on now, we can't think. We got to get to the gust of it.
This is what I see, and I've been a crime and violence prevention consultant for 35 years. And I see it all starts with the family. The family really needs more support. The family is broken down in many areas. There are a lot of single moms that are trying to raise boys, and boys don't respect moms. When they get to be teenagers, they need some male role models. We don't have enough male role models in the community. There are so many boys that have had to turn their lives around because there was one person in the neighborhood, one person, maybe a priest or a pastor or somebody that took an interest in them. They have given up because nobody cares. You care. You're trying to spread that message, and that's a critical message. And one of the things we're doing is adopt a block so people get connected, so that maybe we can pull out some male role models within the neighborhood. But this is a really big issue that you've touched on. And you have been a victim of, well, your sons have been victims of violence.
Sure.
And this has to stop. It can stop.
I talked to you a while back, and you advised me on how to get a committee and adopt a block. You told me to reach out to a few community people that really want to clean up their block. And it sounded, I'm like, I know I can do this. You know, I can go out. I know I got someone out there. It was just 4 or 5 people, and then go find out who the district is and do that. Thought it was perfect. Oh, we can do this.
Right.
I reached out to a few community people. They were willing to do it. I want to go back to what you were talking about families. Let's talk about families for a little bit. What family? You have just a scenario here, because I've reiterated this to you numerous times. You got a 13-year-old child that gets pregnant because her mother, it's like a cycle. Her mother was young and had babies. So this 13-year-old has a child. When she's 13 years later, her child is 13, she's 26. What do you think this child is doing? She doesn't have any education. She don't have any family roots, or as my mother called it, mother's wit, meaning confidence and just knowledge. She only does where her mother has done. So now she got this 13-year-old boy where the street is raising him. That's why I say it's not always gangs, but it is some gangs, because when you're not getting the love and attention from home, you're going to go out there and get it, and it's going to be negative. Right. And then you're going up this raising.
You're right on target.
You're raising this criminal.
Yes, you are.
Then let's talk about our system in society. When I was growing up, I'll be 62 Friday, we had the CEDA program, which got poverty community jobs. We had the skills center. We had all types of programs. We had money coming all out our doors and windows. And the economy was a lot better then. So we were able to get our education, free education, and some paid education. Right. These children and young adults, they don't have anything, nothing. What do they have? They're cutting off everything. And then you got young welfare women that I want to say all of them are not sitting on their butt watching Young and the Restless. You got some want to go get a job. You got some have a job, but going to work and not having daycare, they're paying for the daycare. You got some that want to go to school. Who's going to watch the kids? So I know there is some colleges have daycare. But the key to that is, the young people we're talking about, they don't know this. They don't know what's out there for them, because they advertise alcohol, they advertise different sexual innuendos on TV, but they don't advertise, oh, we're going to give you $5,000 to go to school. So now some of the people get it, but then how many felons they're going to receive? Now you can't get the Pell Grant because you got a felony. So they got to go out there and get the money before they can. No job, have family, so they're going to go rob, steal, and do what they got to do take care of the family. But you have the negative people, all of us negative, they just don't have that family base. And I wouldn't say all of them that doesn't have fathers. Some mothers is going to school, going to work, and they on their children. I know a few. But then there's those ones that get lost in the system. So they go out here, they're selling drugs on the corner, they're selling young girls, the tennis shoe pimps. Let's not think about this. All this come into play of killing our little children because they get caught in the crossfire, because they're so senseless, so stupid, and so ignorant. They're going to want to try to shoot you, but then I'm passing by and shoot me, and they're going to probably going to McDonald's for something to eat.
Right. All right, let me ask you, what do you see as a solution to this? If you had a magic wand, what would you do?
Oh, wow. First thing I would do would gather up all these young men, all the people in the community, our delegates, our congressmen, and get out to I really want to talk to the president, and get them and find a solution of what they want. Because they got to have ideas, and they got to be shown there's something more in life than wearing your pants down to your knees and packing a gun. What are you scared of? Are you scared of life? So my magic wand is to get the really higher up and bring back some jobs in school and let them know they can go.
Okay. All right, that would be a great
one.
That's one of them. Any others? How about the family? What do you see needs to change? Because what you were talking about is the cycle.
It's a cycle
that keeps repeating itself, and it's been going on for 3 generations, 4 generations now.
I've been giving money out of my pocket because My mission is to help them with flowers. A lot of these people don't know about victims of crime. You know, I drive into to that place, to downtown Oakland. You got a lot of non-speaking people. It's just not aware. It's just not aware. Stephanie, right now is where I am.
And you're frustrated.
I'm hurt. I'm truly hurt. Oh, this is not the way it's supposed to be. I need you. I need all of you guys. If you don't want to help save all the children, go out there and help somebody. You've got to. We got to do something. These children is our future. What child we have? We got to get more education. We got to get parenting classes. We got to get teen vital classes. And that was one of my goals. Granny Grisham has a building in right in the guts of East Oakland. And she said, anytime I want to use any of her room, I can do that. But how do I get the people? I can't do it by myself. So that's why you need to come in and help me. If you have a problem with your child, bring in to save our little children. I have people that's waiting and willing to work with me on teen violence. I have women that's willing to work with me in parenting classes. We got to get this out. This is not no twerking video. This is not no holding guns and what am I going to do. This is our future. If it goes viral or not, I want to touch somebody, whether they lost a child or not. They don't want to lose their baby child. They don't want to lose a family member. To these sensitive people, we've got to get to the people that's carrying these guns, that give them power. Education is power, I'm telling you. It's not the money, it's love and education. And we can get that out there. We can make a difference. But I can't do it by myself. And I went into this as a team. You can be in Timbuktu. I'm here in Oakland, and I'm fighting for your children. Mine are gone, but I refuse to lose another one. And that means mine and yours.
Paula, such a wonderful example of, and you came from the heart. Really appreciate that. Let me just say to you that you do make a difference. All of us make a difference. But one of the things we can do, and as you said, you've got to have the right people. We got 463 churches in Oakland. What if each church just reached out and touched the neighborhoods and brought it together?
Just like this church is right here.
Right.
We're in the heart of East Oakland.
We are.
And I know Reverend Jones, God's going to take care of me. In this church, when I came up, Reverend Jones came in, and the police was right on the corner, about 3 police on the corner.
Oh.
And he said, could you come in and sit down and wait a minute, I need to go check on my neighbors. I'm like, oh my God. Now imagine those 463 do that. When you and I spoke on neighbors,
Right.
when God says, love thy neighbor,
Right.
it's not right next door all the time.
Right.
It's worldwide. We live in a world where they're all our neighbors. A lot of people think, oh, my neighbor on my right, my neighbor on the left. No, this is worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
You don't live next door to me.
No.
I met you, and you reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's loving my neighbor.
That's what a neighbor is all about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You are motivated. Now, if we can put you with 6 other, 8 other, 10 other people.
Oh, we started.
Oh, you are.
We would get something
Yes.
going.
Oh, yes.
We would get something
That's
going.
absolutely true. So, anything else on your wish list?
I would love to explore different churches in our community here in East Oakland. Say, for instance, the one we're in now, Reverend Jones, and teach. Not so much teach, but talk to enlighten and empower the young girls, like say from 13 to 20, to talk to them, the young girls that sad to say didn't have the right parenting, and I speak on their parents in a bad, negative way. That to break the cycle, kids having kids and not able to take care of their kids, and gave up hope. You know, I was a single mom. You know, I raised 5 boys and 1 girl. Didn't say I did the best in the world, but I know what to do and what not to do now. And I'd like to give that knowledge to them. That would be a great wish list. And to find a place where they feel safe at and feel that, oh, and to learn about me and my past travels and where I'm going now, you know, and being in a safe place in a church right here in their neighborhood.
I was thinking that maybe you might want to talk to the congregation in some of these churches, if you can work that, and you share your story with them. You have an amazing story. So why not start with some of these churches right here and inspire them to reach out? Maybe if there are a captive audience here, you can talk to them and spread your message, because you are such an inspiration, and you can be an inspiration in the community. And then put those people together and take off.
And since I met you, and before I met you, and since I met you, it even gave me more strength and more power to feel like, okay, this can be done. I still know it can be done. It's going to take patience and time. You've been doing this for a lot of years, and you're progressing, and that's good, and that's what gives me hope.
I would just like to say that you are, as I said, an inspiration. You are a beautiful person, and you can inspire a congregation. You can inspire people out there that are waiting to be inspired. They want hope. They want somebody to tell them things are going to be okay, but we need to get involved. We need to be involved in our neighborhoods. We need to be involved in our families, and we need to strengthen them. So what would you like to conclude on?
As a second mom, I'm reflecting on what the producer just said to me about the difference that she said I've made. And just overpowered with that and overwhelmed with that. And I'm sitting here with two beautiful women that came all the way here to meet with me to put this out there for the community, which is you all, to see. If I can do it, we all can do it. So I'm right now one of the people that believe in me and making me start to believe that I can do this. And for me to stop whining and giving up and do what my dream was to save our little children. So with that being said, that I'm going to go back full force, and I am going to literally kick the doors down at the city hall. I am going to call the police and ask for any support or whatever we can do to take our community back. To all the people that did and do still have faith and belief in me that I can get this started with all of you all. So I apologize for sitting back on my dream, which I know is your dream also, is to clean up our community. And I'm coming back full force. And I don't know how at this moment, but we're going to do this.
You certainly don't need to apologize. Everybody that's ever loved life and people and dedicated themselves reaches points of just plain burnout and exhaustion. But that does not mean that you don't have the heart, the soul, the wisdom, and the God-given gift to change people. And you have, that proves it, and you will. So I hope that you will seek people that are like-minded, whether they have power or not, people that love people, good people like you are. Bond with them and fill your life with them, and you will find the help that you need.
With God, all things are possible.
There you go.
And thank you so much, Paula, for sharing your story. It's so inspirational, and I'm going to follow you and find out all of the things you're doing. So,
wow. A lot on one person's shoulders, but when the first three little boys were killed, and that senseless murder here in East Oakland, I didn't think about whether I could do it or not. I just jumped right into it. I mean, I really dived into it. I mean, I got to make a difference. They're killing kids now. Not that I wasn't concerned about them killing people themselves, but this was a touchy, though, strong, heartfelt. I mean, they killed my son at 22. You know, now they're killing babies. I want to work so hard. I'm going full force on Save Our Little Children in our communities. If I have to walk, drive, catch a ride, and talk to anybody that's willing to talk to me, to tell me what they need, what are they looking forward to in life. Because I know these young women and these young men, they had a dream. Even if it was when they woke up, they want to be Superman. That's a dream. I want to see, can we pull that out of these young kids and let them know there's more to life than violence. Instead of them leaving their communities, help us, help them clean up their communities. You know, it starts with us, meaning us, all of us in our communities, to clean it up instead of just leaving the community. I would love to talk to young women that's having babies, you know, even 10-year-olds. You know, they don't have any guidance. They don't have that mother figure. We always talk about the young men, but the women are making the young men. You know, they're carrying these young men, and they don't have any guidance. They don't have their fathers. They don't have any uncles, because, believe it or not, our families, our uncles are drug dealers. Our fathers are pimps. We have thieves and robbers. We don't want our kids to go that route. But when they grow up, well, that's what they see. So this is where we all come in and pull them up out of there mentally and plant that seed where you don't have to be like your family members or the community people you see on the street. And I believe it can be done if we keep talking to these people. Give them love. They don't have love. They don't know what love is. Like a smile, a hug, hold their hand. They don't know what that is. If you reach out to some young people out here, if I walk out here right now and reach out, I think the first thing they're going to think, violence. Because they never experienced, like, you know, how are you doing today? A total stranger, you know. Just keep that smile going. Let's put that viral. Let's stop. See what somebody needs. They may be hungry. All panhandlers are not just panhandling for dope and drugs. I've seen mothers out there. And it's just a gut feeling. They're really trying to feed their family. Non-English speaking people. They have their own little circle. And I want to reach out. We're not only talking about black. Let's make this clear. I'm talking about the whole community. In this community, we have black, white, Hispanic, Arabic, East Indians, American Indians. I'm talking about our people, our people. We need to save our communities. In these communities, we have our children that's looking up to us, looking up for guidance. And the guidance they're seeing is awful. It's killing people. So that's all they know. So now we got to give love. We got to give education. We got to hold that hand.
Thank you, Paula. That's beautiful.
We just love you and thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
I want to thank you guys too. I really want to thank you guys, because it gives me hope. It really gives me hope that somebody cares. But it's not my story. It's our story. My son was killed in July 12th, 2001.